Hello, welcome back to Opus Magnum. It is, well, we're back with, more machine building. But before that, let us look at this new thing that's going on. Seeing a transmutation engine in action is giving me fond memories of playing Sigmar's Garden. Sigmar's what? You never played Sigmar's Garden? I thought everyone knew this game. You put marbles in a certain pattern, and marbles? Isn't that what they are? They're elemental proxies, glass spheres that represent various types of atoms. Little glass spheres are commonly known as marbles. We never call them marbles. To anyone who's not a highly trained alchemist, that's what they are. Now, why don't you give Sigmar's Garden a try? Fine, I suppose. Win one game to continue optional. Oh, new game. What? Oh, okay, so I guess we have the things here in this kind of thing here. We have these things available. Do we have rules? Oh, we do have rules. Clearing marbles. Your goal is to clear the board. Select a free marble, then pick a matching marble to remove them both from the board. A marble is free if it has 3 contiguous empty spaces next to it. So something like this counts, something like this counts. And I get, spaces off the board count as empty spaces. Okay, so you need 3 in a row, 3 empties in a row for it to be free. The 4 cardinal elements match with others of the same type. Oh, that's why it's called cardinality. I was thinking of that one thing where it's like only those left, right, above and below it. That's called cardinality, right? So anyway, the 4 cardinal elements match with others of the same type. Salt matches with any of the cardinal elements or with itself. Vitae and Mors will only match with their opposite. Okay, so it's like, if I remember correctly, it's life and death, right? Vitae is in vitality, Mors is mortality. Vitae and Mors. The metals match with Quicksilver, but only in the order of their transmutation from lead to gold. So it looks like you need, from what I can tell, where's lead? You need to match lead with Quicksilver first, and then you can match tin with Quicksilver. And then, is this nickel? I think nickel? And then copper, and then silver, and then gold. If I remember correctly. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway. So let's begin trying this out. I don't know if you can see here, there are 8. Right, there are 8 of each element here. And we know that salt, okay, it's not that straightforward. Right, because salts can in fact match with every one of these. But we do know that at some point you're going to need to match 2 of the same type together. You cannot match one type with salt all the time because you only have 4 salts and 8 of each element. So that's what I can say. I guess we click on the things that unlock more stuff. Like this green would unlock this fire, which we can match with this. Which would unlock both water here. Oh, is this air? Air here and water here. So that could be a good option. We also have this though. And actually this might be useful if we matched it with green first, because that opens up green as well, but also more red. But why would we want that? That wouldn't do anything besides unlocking another green. Which, green is already all inside, so maybe let's not do that first. So let's do what we intended first, which gives us that. Oh yeah, this is going to be unlocked by it anyway. So if we did this, we would have 2 greens to match. And we can still follow with our plan of doing this, and then doing this. Okay, so now we have a lot of Quicksilver here. Yeah, and this one allows us to unlock this lead, I believe. So let's quickly do this first to allow us to finish those off. Let's give us air though. Not sure if that's useful. We can match the 2 waters together. Or, if it's helpful, we can match one of the salts. No. Alright, let's do that. So tin, we can match with one of these things. Oh, they don't do anything though. Yeah, because none of these, they will need to both be removed for you to unlock anything else. So, okay, so I don't think it matters which one I use then. So let's say I use this one. Green. Okay, so I think you can see down here that this is now an odd number and this is also an odd number, which means at some point one of the fires needs to be matched with one of the salts. I believe that's what it is. This salt is free now because if I remove this, everything else underneath it becomes free regardless of whatever I do to the salt. So I think this will just leave us like a get out of jail free card or something like that. This one is of importance, I guess, but we do need to match it with something that isn't something that is a salt. So maybe these two, maybe. That does unlock this. I think that's a death. That's a death, right? Okay, so I think I see what my next action would be. Let's do that. I want to unlock one of these, and to do that, I will need to remove that fire, and to do that, I'll need to remove this, which I can remove by doing that, and then that. So that removes this, which allows me to match those two together. This one, the opposite is here, so I can maybe match those two, allow me to match those two. Now this one I can match with one of those, and the next one that comes up is that cell, which I think is good because I can match these two together, opening this one. I think this fails though. Does this fail? No, it doesn't fail because I have this salt to help me. Right. I was saying that whichever this unlocks, right, if I removed this Quicksilver, I would unlock life, but if I remove this Quicksilver, I would unlock death. I can't unlock both at once, so I can never match those two together until I have the next metal, which would be this one. Oh, that's fine though, because once I remove that, I can then remove that. Huh, okay, so let's do that. There you go. Oh, a lot more stuff just opened up. That's very good. I have to make sure not to mess it up now. Right, and the next one we have to use is this one, right here, which you can only do by removing this one, which I can do by removing this one. So let's do that. This unlocks that, which allows me to use that. And now gold is free, but I need to remove gold first. I need to remove stuff around it first, but I think that can be done very easily. Right. Okay, I'm gonna... So from here you can tell that the salt, which is the last one, actually needs to be removed with green. And then this one needs to be with itself, which has to be here. And this can only be done if this is removed, which can only be done with this one. So I need to remove this one and not this one. Okay, so this one removes that. Those two are together, those two are together. Now I can do those two, yep, okay. Solved. Very nice. That was clean. Fun, isn't it? This is not at all how alchemy works. The cardinal elements, for example. It's just a little amusement, Antaeus. When we were children, we used to sneak in here and play with the alchemists away. What? You were totally unsupervised near the transmutation engine? We only used the marbles, Antaeus. Calm yourself. They're not marbles, they're a representation of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Alright, there are also little glass spheres. I'll flick one at you. Ah, stop it. You can't play with delicate equipment like this. They're far cheaper than the rest of your kit, you know, being that they are marbles. I still appreciate it if you didn't treat them so casually. Well, we did it for years. You really had no idea about Sigmar's garden? Not at all. Why would the university bother to teach something so frivolous? What the? Win 10 games to continue? I have to do this 10 times? No thank you. Well, I like the pattern though, it's very snowflake-like. Anyway, let's do the next one. This is actually what the game is about. Alright, so if you weren't here the previous episode, this game is about building machines that help you build molecules out of atoms, which you saw in the Sigmar's garden. Alright, do you know exactly how old Armand is? Both he and the lady are rather advanced in age, and Frederick is the only possible heir. As Armand's only surviving grandson, he would be difficult to oppose. There are some other claimants from the distant branches of the family, but they're weak. What brought this on? For us not to tell anyone, but I was asked to make a tonic to assist in regulating an irregular heartbeat. Oh, Armand, hopefully he set up everything for an orderly succession of power after he's gone. Let's not get too far. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I do intend to keep him healthy. Alright, so health tonic. Jeez, that is big. Oh, it's not that bad, I guess. It's really only just putting 2 of these life things. Yeah, elemental vitae, which is apparently life. So yeah, it is, looks like distilled water with some life in it. Cool, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, so what do we need? We need bonding glyphs. What appears to be this bonded twice. Alright, so let's see how we would do this. Do we need only one? Or is it possible to... Well, these two are bonded at what appears to be... Oh, it is not a 120-degree angle, it is a 60-degree angle. This line and this line are 60 degrees apart. So it doesn't really matter which one we use. I don't think we will make much of a difference. So let's get to work with this. Hopefully I can still remember all the keybinds and everything. Right, so definitely what it looks like is I'll need to place this thing here. Oh, I can move? Oh, I can rotate it like that. That's funny. Can I do it with this as well? Oh yeah, I can. Alright, so I'll definitely need to do something like this. No, one of them is going to be here first, and then the other one's going to be here. Well, let's think about that then. Because couldn't there just be an arm that rotates this twice? I feel like that's very... Because the first time it rotates, you can just place this on there, and then it rotates again. You place this on there, which is actually correct. Oh, and then by rotating it one more time, hopefully it doesn't clash. Oh my goodness, I don't actually know. Oh, the one more rotation doesn't actually fit. Okay. Fair enough. So I think 2 rotations is fine, and I will just return. And then this one, well, we definitely need 2 things to put on here, so let's do that. Actually, let's move it from further away so we can have more space to work with here. So that is going to do that. And we're going to have another arm here that does the opposite. Yeah, that makes sense. Although I guess it's not very kind as to where I can place it after this is done. You think it would make sense if I did, you know, a big one? No, I don't think so. This is very forced already if you want to do it as easily as that. I was wondering if I could use like these things over here. One of those, maybe like move this down or up or something. Because, you know, you could have this one that does that, and then a rotation would not actually break it. And then you could have, you know, this one that slides it in. So like that. And then rotates it. If hopefully that works. Oh my god, it does. Let's go. And then I can return. Yeah, and this is a 6 cycle period. Which, okay, has to be pivoted on this thing. So I think it looks like that. I don't remember what it looks like. Sorry, no. It will be here. Would it be like this, I think? Yeah, look at that. What a machine. Alright, I knew I did this a lot better the last time. I managed to do it in like, what? 20 something moves? This is not as efficient as possible. If you remove one... Well, you need to remove... Yeah. If you remove... Sorry. Oh, I need to think about how I could make this more efficient. Because now we're not removing this at the optimal rate. We know we can remove one from this set every 2 moves, right? And so therefore actually creating one of this would only technically require 4 steps in a cycle rather than 6. Because you need 2 of them, and 2 times 2 is 4. So if I could fix that, if I could, you know... The only issue is that because this longer one takes more steps, I think what we need is a 4th arm that does basically identically to this. So we can copy that over. And then now... Oh, this one also relies on a 6. 1, 2. So this one also needs to be doubled, I think. This one needs to be doubled with another set here. Alright, actually, we shall just leave this be first. Oh, did I mess up? Wait, did I... Oh, I moved in the wrong spot. It has to be there first. Yeah, there you go. Cool. what I was supposed to do was make a new copy of it so I can do something better with it. But anyway, that should do it. One healthy-ish patriarch for the House Fantassin as ordered. Long live the Patriarch Armand. Yeah, long live, I guess. You don't seem particularly enthusiastic. I do think it's good if he stays alive. After all, he pays for everything around here. You do well to show a little more appreciation for your house. Yeah, okay, well, we have lore, I guess. I didn't know it was a patriarch. I always thought it was just like factions that are fighting against each other. Is that what a patriarch is? I don't know. Okay, so what are we doing to fix this? Right, we're gonna make this more efficient by duplicating this arm. And basically I can say that okay, the return trip should not look like that. The return trip should not be just backwards. So let's remove this arm first. The return trip after rotating like this would be to, well, obviously rotate back. So after doing this, it needs to rotate back. It needs to go back, which would take 2 steps because it's a triangle. So that does give you 2, 4. It is a 7 cycles, which is fine because 8 cycles is what we need. Oh, but 8 cycles produces 2, right? And therefore we would technically need to produce 2 of these every 8 cycles. But based on what this thing does, I think we can only produce like 1.6 at most. 1.66 or something funny like that. So this one also needs to be on a triangular track. But what I was planning on doing was to put another arm here. And you will see why in a moment. Now I can repeat this 4 cycle thing. That is very simple. This one I can shift over by 4. Which should give us something that... Oh. Sorry, this needs to do this first before moving over. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a plus. Oh, sorry, they're all pluses. They're all going in the same clockwise direction. Oh, I guess in this case it's anti-clockwise. So there is no going backwards. What? Oh, that's because we didn't play on this. I was like, do these 2 arms collide? No, they don't. It was these 2 atoms. Sorry, this one needs to have a second thing also. So let's get another triangle here. See if I can still remember how to program this properly. So what this does is it... hold on, which direction is plus again? Oh yeah, plus is this direction. So what it does is it rotates twice and then lets go because that's what it should do. And then it needs to go back. So plus plus plus. It needs to do it 3 times. And the reason the plus exists is so that, well, I guess the plus should be a bit later, which will allow me to copy over this and then move it over as well. It should happen every 4 moves. So let's do that. And then the pluses should happen way before. So this plus goes right before it. That's why it breaks. Okay, well, our shapes are a little bit weird, but I think because we have 1 degree of freedom, we can make it a diamond instead. So there will be 4 pluses instead of 3. The pluses are still very wrong. I think we need to do something like this. Oh no, this is off. Yeah. The 2 is too late. It's way too late. Okay, so let's make this slightly bigger then. I don't know if we should make it bigger. Because if we did make it bigger, the rotation no longer works. Does it? No, it doesn't. Yeah, the rotation no longer works. Unless we did something more like moving it over first. Moving it like, moving it like this first and then rotating it. Because that might work. Moving it over and then rotating, yeah. So, okay, let's try and reprogram this. Gonna start by moving over, then rotating. So that's still right. But see, the problem is that now 2 can't actually grab from here, right? Because it takes a while for this thing to unload. It needs this entire space to be empty, which is why it doesn't work. So by rotation, you have to remove this entirely off, which means that doing something like this wouldn't work. because you'd still be covering something. So how can I fix that? Could I maybe make it horizontal as opposed to diagonal? But a horizontal arm no longer does the thing properly. Unless it does. No, I don't think so. Actually, yeah, what happens if it does this? Does it rotate properly still? No, it doesn't. It rotates on a bigger radius now. Because you're rotating a different atom. It needs to be this atom specifically. Okay. Well, that is an issue, I guess. So I guess we probably needed something bigger to work with. Or maybe I could just redesign this entire section. Because I was doing this and I rotated it like this, right? How can that be done? It needs to be grabbed by a very short arm. That is the only way it can be done. Which is definitely not possible with this setup, I don't think. Okay, we rotated it twice. Can I use a multi-arm then, maybe? Let's remove all of those. No, because it doesn't have anything to grab. Oh, okay, it's also grabbing the wrong thing, see? Yeah, now it's a bit too slow. It's too slow. Not for even the 8th cycle, it's too slow. Multi-arm just does not seem to work either. Okay, there has to be some other way then. Again, what do we need? What do we need? We need this and then this in 2 successive things, I guess. Oh, I realized something else I could do. So let me just go back and see if I can create a new solution. I'm gonna try something because we could also use 2 bonders. I think that is probably more useful. So we can do something like this. This actually fits very well. Something I did not realize is that actually fits very well. So what that means is that actually we could just do this and have something like that happen. I mean, although obviously this wouldn't work because then it will be stuck in this position and would not be able to be really moved unless we move this really far away. So for it to be here, at the very minimum, I think it would need to be here, so that if you did something like this, yeah, but then that obviously does not work because this would not be able to escape. So let's make it like this. I think this fits. Yes, it does. Okay, and then we can have 2 very short arms just doing the work. One can rotate this way, and then the other one can rotate the other way. The only issue is that, okay, well, what happens if it rotates a bit more? Does that break? It doesn't actually break. The only issue now is that it cannot go into any hole because however I rotate it will always result in an overlap. So let's try, instead of this, let's try a track. So it's gonna be something that looks like this. It does this, so it goes plus and then rotates. How would that look like? Ah, and that breaks. Okay. We need to rotate it from somewhere else. So maybe here. That does seem to work. And we need to return, right? But obviously returning takes too much time, so there's no 4 cycle that seems to work here, which means that we need it to go back by long triangle again, which means we need to copy all these over to make an 8 cycle instead. So that looks like there, which means I can place our output over there. And I need to duplicate this so that we have another thing that can touch it. That will be touching here, which means that it needs to move over before. Which means that needs to move over before as well. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay. So, you wanna see how fast this is? I hope this is a bit faster. Oh, I messed up. Oh, that's because I didn't decide to rotate back. Whoopsies. I decided to rotate back as well. Ta-da! Look at that. 26 cycles as opposed to 36. And actually, you can probably make this a lot more, a lot smoother if you, or make a lot smaller if you did something like this instead. No, I think that actually, oh, no, that fits. Okay, that fits very well. Yeah, wow. Smaller area. Ta-da. With a, well, it's a slightly higher cost, but I'm very happy with this. Look at that. It's a redesign. Actually, I don't know what my previous design is. I think I have it on my phone here. But let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I'll put it on screen or not. In post-editing, maybe I will. Let's see if I can find it again. The minimum is 26 the minimum you can have is 26 cycles, I believe. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, mine was slightly different because mine was actually a diamond track as opposed to a triangular track. Oh yeah, and this is good because that previous design was actually a lot larger and also cost a bit more. So yeah, very happy with this. Okay, well with that, I'm gonna rename this one. Call it Fast Boy. And then, well, the copy I'll just delete because the copy we didn't really do much with. So we have our new solution and our Fast Boy. Okay, well that was fun. Let's do another one. A little boost in the necessary time. What do you want about? A little boost in the necessary time is how you put it. Who put what? Armand is worried about Frederick. Rightly so, I would say. Particularly, he wonders if Frederick will be able to produce an heir. I'm to make him a potion at will. Give him a boost in the necessary time, I get it. That's not so unusual, really. Stamina potions have long been used for such purposes. It's not making it that's the issue for me, it's thinking about it. You should know better than to use imaging in cases like this. Alright, we're not going to talk about what's going on, let's just make the stamina potion. Jesus Christ, this is huge. Alright, so, okay, I see. So it looks like what we have here is, we need to make copper. So, look at the list. Oh, it's iron, not copper. I'll say, is this nickel? No, it's iron. So we need iron with water. Oh, and I get it, it's a bit like, you know, iron tablet. I don't know if those actually increase your stamina or whatever. But iron is in fact a tablet that you do use in medicine. Iron as a mineral. And our body is full of iron anyways. Maybe they're talking about iron deficiency then, if that, you know, lack of stamina or whatever. Alright, so what we need to do here is we need to actually supply the lead with 2 quicksilvers, which means very likely quicksilver is going to be our problem here. No, actually that's not true. We do need 2 waters as well. So you realize that the things that you do need here are very false. You need one metal, you need 2 quicksilvers, you need 2 waters. And the entire problem will be just to fit everything together. So let's do that, maybe. And we also need this enhancement glyph. Okay. So let's begin. I think we can start off in the very corner. Oh, let's move everything over there. We can start in the very corner by, you know, having something that just feeds in quicksilver. Then we copy that. So that you have, oh, okay, they should not do that at the same time. That should happen, and then there would be something that feeds in that. Do you think this fits? Oh, it doesn't clash. Okay, very good. Because like when it rotates here, it almost clashes, but it doesn't quite. So that does turn into iron, which needs to then rotate over to a bonding area. Actually, I think a smaller one might be slightly better. I don't know if this is gonna do anything wrong though, because a smaller area usually means that we'll have problems fitting everything in place. In fact, I think we will, because let's use a smaller bonder because we don't need that large of a bond. We can do this. Maybe rotate it again. At which point we should have something here grabbing it and ready, making it ready for it already. So yeah, let's try that. So this will rotate that, and then we have another arm which will actually move it over to here. No, okay, I see. What's the issue? The issue is that iron's gonna come in too late. So we do need 2 rotations. 2 rotations at a very quick time. So how fast can you rotate? Yep, you can rotate that fast. Okay, and I think maybe we could try to do that. We could use the time it takes to move an iron here to actually move a water all the way here first, so that the other water that is here can just bond easily. So how would that work? So let's start with that first. What if we have a big motion? Seems plausible. Does it? Does it? Right. So that, I don't know if that works. Don't know if that works either. Because, okay, if we think about it right, where does this go? This goes there, which will bond nicely here. Now, okay, let's try rotating that again and seeing how that works. In fact, let's make it slightly smaller so we can see what that does. Okay, that fixes it wrongly. Fair enough. So if we rotated it again... Oh, wrong rotation, there you go. Right. Right, so we probably need a water about there. So I'm not sure if we can do that. Yeah, let me just mark that down first. We need a water here, here, and there, which I think it can do. No, stop doing that. So let's mark those. Those cells are just marked like that. We need to put another water there. So let's see if we can pull that off. So this is definitely going to rotate first. Okay, this looks quite close. And if you hopefully you can see what I'm trying to do here. What if we had another arm that actually did this? Hey, that's not bad actually. If only that didn't happen. Okay. So let's try this now. How bad is this? Well, it's not really that bad either, because I could just do something like that. Right? Yeah. Yeah, whoa, okay. That does feel like something. And therefore we would need a bond, wherever that is. Ooh, alright, and then I could just shift it slightly up. So if I had a track that did this, I could then have you move up and then return. Which obviously is going to spend a lot more cycles, but I could just fit this entire section in there. Wow, look at that. Okay. Oh, is this actually just completely... Oh, this is completely repeating. Alright. Well, now obviously the issue is here is that one of these cycles takes too long. In fact, this one takes too long. This also takes really long, but that's really only because, you know, it just takes a lot of time to produce that. Alright, so all of these lie on at most 5 cycles. In fact, the 6 is a bit slow as well. I might put that on a track. Now this is the real main issue, right? Because what if we wanted this to be on a track? Yeah, let's make this a track like that. So rather than... Let's say I do this. How many could we produce in quick succession? Oh, I don't think we can produce that many. Because even still... Yeah, Alright, this is as far as I'll go, I think. Alright, that, I mean, is that slightly fast? Is that kind of fast already? I think it's a decent design. It's definitely a bit slow. See, what if we repeated this to make it a 10 cycle? The 6 is... see, the 1, 2, and 5 are all in 4 cycles. The 3 is a bit weird. The 3... No, the 3 has to lie on an 8 cycle. Right, which means 9 cycles is definitely too slow, but we can make it an 8 cycle. Do we need 8 cycles per production of this object? Do we need 8 cycles? No, I think we only need 4. Right? Yeah, we only need 4 because we only need to produce 2 of those at the same time. So yeah, my best was 30 cycles in making this. Alright, well, I'm not gonna look at whatever I did. Let's just be happy with this right now. This is definitely gonna be like 50 something cycles though. Because it's on a, yeah. 53. Alright, decent enough. Okay. I hope Frederick enjoys that potion. Ugh. Armand must believe Frederick's marriage is close at hand. Really, really? Will it be the young lady from House Soria? I was just speculating. How exciting! The city would celebrate for days the union of House Ventessa and House Soria. As provisioner, you'd have a lot of work to do. Yes, but it'll be for a wedding. It'll be quite fun. You arranged a party in the streets. I arranged a party in the sheets. Oh dear. Yes, well. Who wrote this? It's an awesome line. Okay. Oh, there you go. Everything in this chapter done. That's why I decided we need to re-inventory everything in the building. You should have seen the look on Armand's face. And Taze, are you paying attention? That answers that question. What? You're moping. I am not moping. I am merely moodily dejected. And what has the great alchemist of House Ventessence so moodily dejected? Nothing. I mean, I'm thinking about why I'm here. You're here because you're an alchemist. I mean, in the larger sense. The alchemist is here, isn't he? Oh, hi, Captain Gelt. Captain Gelt, what can I do for you? Your presence is required in the main hall. It's a matter of some urgency. What happened? An aggressive move from another house has taken us by surprise. We need to respond immediately. My alchemy is at your disposal. You almost sound excited. I am. Finally something significant is happening. Right, so a war is beginning. I'm gonna look at this and I don't know how long I've been recording. About 30 minutes maybe. Okay, fair enough. I think that'll be enough for this today. So we'll just do those 2 puzzles. Alchemical engineering. Preface. 50th edition. Alchemy is the highest art. Its practitioners guide the course of humanity. Throughout the ages, alchemists have steered society, advised kings and queens, and otherwise shaped the world around them. By choosing to dedicate your life to the study of alchemical engineering, you have taken the first step toward becoming a steward of the supreme knowledge and guardian of its illustrious history. Jeez, wow, alchemy. The honorable path. Oh, hi, Armand. How's Colvin? That's unfortunate. I'll have to lodge a formal protest. Shall I begin developing weapons for a counterattack? Something like a flame grenade with... I doubt that will be necessary. That is not uncommon for houses to renegotiate its territories this way, but they've taken over multiple buildings of ours without any resistance. They'll stop pushing forward soon and attempt to reinforce new borders. That's how it goes with this sort of thing. We should push back at least a little bit. We wouldn't want to look weak after all. I'll excavate a limited rear guard. I was like, rear guard? What does that mean? No, it's rear guard. I can't read. I'll execute a limited rear guard action with forces stationed in the area. That's all? Listen, House Colvin doesn't want a full-on battle any more than we do. We'll trade a few streets and that should be the end of it. I believe young Taros Colvin is the head of that family now. Likely he is keen to test our response. I will send a message to him and we will settle this like honorable houses. Taros, he was a bright boy. Yes, I'm sure he will listen to reason. Well, I'm sure he will not listen to reason. But looks like we have hair product as our first next thing. Alright, fair enough. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. We got through 2 puzzles today, which I found really fun, especially not Stamina Potion. No, that one was a bit weird. Health Tonic was really fun to do. I'm just gonna leave you with this little movement here. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I'll be back with more. I'll be seeing you now. Bye bye.